Hello, Kawans. It's me. Welcome back to Immortal, Part 1. Inspiration to Valerius for the spit take, and boss by using the scientific method on the bank trinket. In session 17, the team go ahead with the interrogating of the prisoners, finding them unwilling to budge, and they're unsure why. They also learn that there is more to interrogation techniques than fear and torture and decide to try again the next day. After what seemed to be an arduous entire day, they share notes with each other over some very expensive drinks and head to bed. We begin the day anew with the party physically well rested, but how did everyone sleep?
I will say Gunlaug did not really sleep much at all.
I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
say Valerius slept very well due to the fact that he was knocked out cold from alcohol.
Okay. Would you say Gunlaug did not sleep enough
I think
to
that's fair if she didn't get a full rest.
okay, I'm going to get you to have one exhaustion point.
Yeah.
What about the rest? How did you feel after yesterday's pain, suffering, watching
Morgana slept fine.
Morgana slept fine. Morgana doesn't need a lot. Even though she had like half the amount of sleep, she did sleep. She has enough to like continue.
Exactly.
Damn, Morgana.
Watch
Damn.
Wendy rip
Exactly.
someone's arm off. That's cool.
Yeah.
Sleep like a baby.
Yeah. Um okay, so Valeria slept through alcohol stupor. Everybody else is fine. How's Wendigo?
Wendigo used alcohol to sleep.
I think Wendigo would need way more alcohol per body ratio.
Yep.
I had
He's
5 bottles. I don't know how much everyone else drank, but there should be quite a lot that we have.
I'm gonna say Valeria's passed out real quick. Cause it's too tasty. How's Morgana and Bosk with the
Like
drinking?
juice.
um, I have half a bottle left.
Okay, okay.
Is
I'd
boss not
say
in?
I don't I don't hear Benno.
He's deafened.
Ah,
Oh, I don't
okay.
think he's in it.
He's somewhere. He's somewhere. I'm gonna say he's still asleep at some point. But you wake up. Uh, you who was looking for Etienne, and what time did you say that you wanted to continue the interrogation?
Um. Well, I'm gonna definitely wait for Bosk to wake up. But I would like to contact Etienne, but for maybe another reason.
Okay, go ahead. How would you like to do that?
I'm gonna ask the map to take me to Etienne and see if
Okay.
it works.
Thankfully, Etienne is not in a locked area of the map, and it leads you right to him. And funnily enough, he is wandering around very, very calmly in what looks to be a very beautiful, lush garden with one central huge tree, maybe 10 feet across. And as you look up, you're not sure if that's the roof, the branches, or the leaves, but it is lush. He sees you coming.
And
Ah, good luck. How
she
can I help you?
looks super tired. She's kind of mostly cleaned up from the day before, but just looks absolutely exhausted. Um, is there? Do you have any other agents in? Huh, are there any other people I might know here that are agents?
Personally, no. Everybody that you know would be in your team specifically.
I mean, know of, or someone from Bro, someone from similar circles?
He shakes his head. We make it so that everybody new is somebody that is situationally removed, so we have a bigger network. Eventually, as you climb up in the ranks, you will get to know them. But that time is not now. They are also, most of them, wary of new recruits.
I think that's fair. Just, I wouldn't mind seeing like a familiar face.
You see him sort of take a deep breath and then breathe out, and then look at you with very apologetic eyes.
Just someone else that knows what this is and what this might feel like would have been. It's okay. I'm gonna find Bosk in a little bit and we'll get started again later. Do you wanna be there?
He nods. You know, if you want to maybe see your family, it's a very difficult process considering your situation right now. I don't think it's a safe idea, but we can always do something.
It'll be fine. It's not like I can tell them anything if I see them anyways, right?
He nods. There's a sort of sad smile that flashes across his face for a while. I suggest you maybe have some breakfast. There's really good coffee, tea, if you're into that thing. But I'll let you wander around here. This is a nice botanical garden. It is. I like this place. This place is called the Shielded Topiary. It has everything.
Does it remind you of home?
The colors of the Feywilds is a lot more ridiculous than this. It's a bit like having an acid trip. I don't recommend it if you don't have anyone safe to do it with.
Right.
He puts a hand on your shoulder. It takes a while to get used to, but eventually you will. You don't have to trust me on this one, but it will get better. And you are doing good work in the long run.
If you say so. Doesn't feel like it.
So, what's the thing people always tell me? You have to break a few eggs to make an omelette? Oui?
He just kind of shrugs up his arm and just goes. And yeah, finds Bosk whenever Bosk is ready. Finds Morgana. Does Valerius want to come today or no?
Are you addressing us?
Yes.
Yeah, well, at least the players, if not the
Okay.
actual.
Sure. Valerius will come if you guys need him. If not, he's going to continue working on the device.
Heck, it's completely voluntary. So just checking who wants to be in the interrogation. I know Wendy wants to be outside.
I've got 8 more parts to finish. So I think I'm gonna try and finish this up first.
Go for it.
Go on your
Um,
machine.
collect whoever needs collecting anyhow. And
Mm-hmm. You collect everyone, and who is it? Aside from Valerius? Is everybody else going?
Everyone else is there, whether or not enter the room is an question.
Okay. Same
To
situation
the
happens.
interrogation, right?
Yeah, we're going to interrogations.
Okay.
You all have your breakfast, I assume? Bring a cup of coffee with you? Or
I
tea?
will ask/observe their about their treatment, like what sort of accommodations they have, stuff, like how well they're.
You ask this while you're walking, and Etienne explains to you that the accommodations they have is very Spartan, but it's livable. They have healthy, nutritional food. Although it is technically some kind of prison slash holding cell, they are treated humanely. And then as you walk into the interrogation chambers, you realize that the middle room number 2, is empty. And then
Two was
the
Young girl.
younger.
yes. He looks at the rest of you and he's like, unfortunately, the younger girl had to be taken into psychiatric treatment. You may see her if you want, but she is in no state to answer any questions. And for her mental safety, we are providing her with some assistance.
Perhaps after.
Ben,
Yes, hello.
did you say words?
Yes, I said perhaps after then.
We. Although I would hazard maybe all of you do not go in, maybe Dr. Busk only? Morgana,
Not-
perhaps? She seems to be a little bit traumatized with both of you, specifically. And then he sort of looks to Wendigo and Gunlug.
I'll sit this one out.
Wendigo won't be there.
You may stay outside if you wish. And then he points to the other two to the rooms. You have room 1 with the older girl, and you have the room 3 with the guy.
We can see them, right?
Yeah,
Before going in. How's
They-
the guy looking?
the guy is looking the same as yesterday, but he is washed and healthy and treated. He's still quite wounded.
Yes. He's still replenishing his blood cells.
His arm is gone. It's fully
Yes.
bandaged.
Okay. Which arm did he lose? His left or his right?
Wendigo, which one did you take apart? I imagine it was the left.
I think you said left. I think you
Mm.
specified.
Ah, okay. Good.
Okay.
Good.
He
Shall
can
refrain
still
from making
write.
obvious joke. How is the other lady doing?
She has a stoic face on.
Okay. Gunlog and Wendigo didn't really speak to her too much.
We didn't speak to
They
her.
didn't
Or I
speak to
didn't
her.
speak to her at all.
Did
Wendigo
Wendigo
sort
and
of-
see her?
He sat in front of her and then left
We ate an
With
arm
the
in
arm
front of
or
her.
without the arm?
with the arm.
Oh, okay. So that probably was kind of awkward.
Had
Okay.
somebody eating a
Alright.
Big Mac,
Yes, except it's in the shape
And-
of an arm.
and you're vegan.
Okay. Well, who should we talk to first? I look at the two potential subjects. This isn't where they sleep, right? This is just
No. They
the
bring
talking
them
room?
here,
Okay.
but after they will take them out. So you can see the inside of the room. It's been cleaned, put back together.
Okay.
I suggest maybe talk to the orc woman. I have some ideas about the guy, but I don't know if I'm the right person or if I should continue where I left off with him or not. But I think I've had some time to think about it. I'm pretty sure they have some of his family in some sort of way and capacity, similar to what with these two that were related. I think it's something like that. I think it's protecting someone. I don't think it's loyalty to kill. I think it's to someone else.
Right. Maybe I'll start with him then, since we have somewhere to work off of.
Yeah. I'll sit outside if you want me. Let me know.
Right. I suppose I shall knock on door 3 and then enter and see what how he reacts. Is anyone else coming in with me?
Uh, follow.
Okay. Tok tok tok. Oh, and for this for this segment I won't be wearing like my like proper full attire.
Okay.
Just in
Is it
fairly
starkly
casual clothes.
different from what you wore the previous time? Did you have your
Oh yeah,
mask
I'm not
on?
wearing my mask. I
Okay.
had my mask on, but not this time.
Okay.
I'm wearing like casual clothes rather than like the assumedly filthy adventurer stuff.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
Make a perception check.
And I would like to inside check just everything that happens at all times while I'm looking from the outside.
Sure.
11.
11. You walk in and the first thing you see is him look at the door and then look to see if other people are coming in aside from the two of you. You did say hello to him, right?
Yes. Good morning or afternoon, whatever time it is now. And then close the door.
It is
And then
morning.
okay, I will say that and I'll walk over and sit down. Um, is it like I'm sitting across from him on like a table and stuff or
Yep. There's a table. He is unchained, untethered, but the
Yep.
table and chairs are bolted to the ground.
Okay. Is he sitting on his chair or is he like pacing or something?
He is. There's a certain air of defeat about him, as he sits on the chair, but he is still taking stock of the situation.
Right. And we never really got a sort of name from him or anything like that, did we?
You did not get any names from any of the people.
Yep. Um, okay. All right. So I'll walk over and sit down. And how does he react? Is he just like just looking at the table or the floor or something?
He is looking at you and then looking at Morgana. And then he sort of
Okay.
shifts his gaze to looking at the front directly. If you're sitting in his eyesight, then he will see you, but he's looking forwards.
Okay. All right. I hope you're doing better from yesterday. I trust you've been well taken care of and the accommodations have been acceptable. I assume like nothing changes in his look or anything like that.
Nope, he is very focused.
Okay. So, I don't think we ever got any name to call you by. Is there something that you would like to be addressed by? Doesn't have to be a real name.
He make an insight check. Gunlog as well.
Okay. I am at disadvantage.
14 is pretty good. Morgana. Morgana.
Oh, okay. Inside. In.
21.
Oh.
Dr. Bosk, you don't see much as you're trying to bargain for a name. Gunlog,
Okay.
you think you saw an eyebrow raise, maybe? But Morgana, you see somebody who is taken aback by a very stark change in how he is being approached compared to yesterday. But
All
still,
right,
there's no reply.
All right, dealer's choice then. I look at him and sort of like study his facial features. Charles, Josh, Jake. Hmm. I think I'll go with Normandy. It reminds me of an old friend who I miss dearly. Anyway, Normandy. I'd like to first and foremost apologize with the way that you've been treated thus far. My colleagues from yesterday did, well, let's say things that not all of us agreed with. Anyway, I hope you've had some time to recover. And while I was here, I noticed that they did pepper you with a myriad of questions, of which you weren't really open to answering. Do you have any questions? I promise to answer them to the best of my ability.
Make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Well, let's see.
13?
That's a
Oh, well.
13.
This time he doesn't continue looking at the wall, but he looks at you as if questioning himself. But still nothing.
Do I get the feeling that he recognizes me, or?
He definitely recognizes you. Because
Okay.
when you came in, you think, well, Morgana knows this. He definitely recognized you, probably because of your voice. Because you were the only one helping him.
Yep. Okay, so. All right, well, if you don't have any questions, I sort of look around. I'm meant to be here for at least like half an hour to see if I can get you to share any. But I'm sure there are things that you would be wondering. Why are you here? What it is we're doing? Or maybe you don't really care and you're wondering what's going to happen to you after this.
Make me an insight check. Everybody watching.
Ye-
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm not good at this. I'm just talking at the
Yeah,
time.
you're talking, but Morgana's absorbing everything.
Yes.
Let's go.
This is why there
Morgana
are other
and
people here.
exactly, Morgana and Gunlug, you see, a slight shift in his behavior, but it's so minute, as if he wants to say something, but he is holding himself back because he still doesn't trust anything that's going on here, even though he is being confronted by a person who did help him yesterday.
Okay. I guess I'll just continue then.
Is Gunnar in the room?
Gunlug is outside.
She's
watching.
watching from the.
Okay, she's only watching.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Wishing I had message so I could tell Busk that this is kind of working.
Yes.
Is Etienne here, by the way?
Etienne is watching.
Does he have message? I will ask him.
He does not have message.
He's like, "Do you have a message?" He's like, "What's that?"
He's like, I don't know what you're
Wait,
talking
is
about.
he in the room or also beside Gunnar?
He's beside Gunlug, watching
Only
from
the two of
outside.
us are in the room currently.
Maybe he invisible.
No, he's not invisible.
no.
He's
You
very
didn't-
visible.
Okay. I don't know if you remember, but I introduced myself yesterday. If at any point in time you decide to change your mind, you can ask for myself or my colleague here, Miss Waters, and they'll be able to find us and bring us in. And then I'll like stand up and look to Morgana. Shall we move on?
Gunnar looks at the guy. You know what? Take it. Sure. Let's go to the other room.
No,
Um,
not
Make another persuasion check.
persuasion check.
What is that?
Oh my.
That's a 1. It's
Mm,
okay. You can call for me later. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Can
He doesn't
I
feel like
can I
talking
give
now.
him can I give him my inspiration?
Sure.
Okay.
I have one.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're
That's
taking
a,
roll a new one.
roll a new one. Okay.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Better.
It's up
Much
Ah.
more
Pair
better.
14s. Way better. Way better than a 12.
to-
Uh you walk out of the room, especially Morgana, thinking that okay, something is happening. It might take a bit longer. You might need more rapport.
Yes.
Uh
Yes. It's a
you
slow process.
you think it's a very slow process.
We took his arm.
I don't think he
we
cares about
can't
the
just
arm.
we can't just give it back, you know.
Spit it out.
Wait, they can. Wait, technically they can give Etienne back his arm. Why can't we give him back his arm?
Because it
can't.
costs a lot of money.
I
Yeah.
think I think
And
the
magic.
contrast is kind of working better anyways,
Mm.
as gross as that is to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you leave the
Okay.
room, and as you walk past the room, do you want to observe his face for a while, or do you want to go straight to room number
Yeah,
1?
sure.
Uh,
We'll
Yep.
look in.
We look at his
Make-
face.
Since
Before
there's
we leave, I think we'll just say like, do get some rest. You still haven't fully recovered from yesterday. And
Okay.
remember, if there's any point in time you'd like to speak to one of us, just let one of the guards know, and they'll come fetch us right away.
Morgana just gives him a soft smile and follows boss out of the room.
he holds steadfast until you leave. Since there's 3 of you looking at this guy, I'm assuming you're sharing notes. So make insight checks with advantage.
Okay, so like outside, we're like, okay, so how did that go? Blah 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 blah. Talk talk talk. Oh, advantage!
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Hooray!
you needed that. Oh.
Oh, we all get advantage. Oh, thank God.
Yes 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 yes.
Ah,
Okay.
ah.
Value.
After maybe 5 or 6 minutes of you scrutinizing his face and his demeanor, Morgana, you catch what could probably be like maybe his eyes look a bit moist,
Oh.
but you're not sure.
Keep breaking.
He seems to be holding on to something very important, and he's having a big old fight with himself. Dr. Bosk, you don't see the glistening of his eyes, but you see his shoulders droop a little bit.
Ah, good. He is relaxed now that he is alone.
And you think it's less relaxed and more you might be a bit sad.
Oh, he's sad.
Oh.
It's sad
How do
buddy.
you find? How do you see us
Sad.
relax?
He was reminded that he was a person.
Aww.
Wait, we don't know anything about the guy, right? At all.
Not at the moment. You know he's lost an arm, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really
The
not
hard
talking.
mother.
And he's hard AF. Like he has not
He's
budged.
hard boiled.
He is so stoic. And
Alright.
with that information, you have an opportunity to go into the room with the lady.
Okay, and I have not really met her at all. This one.
No.
Okay. Is Gunlock coming in for this one or no?
I'll
Because
come
Gunlock
in
hasn't
and just
met this one either.
haven't. So I'll come in. I'll stand in the back. I'll still let you take point.
Okay. Knock knock knock, and then enter.
She looks up towards all of you. Not
Does
with the
she say
intensity
anything?
of the guy,
Yes.
but she's also breathing very slowly and calmly to herself. Make me insight checks.
And Sigurd.
Morgana rolls are crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, Morgana and Gunlaug, you see a person resigned to their fate at the current moment, come what may. And very ready to sort of not give up, but maybe there might be some kind of worry. But it's not the kind of resolve that you saw in the guy.
Okay. Once again, I will wish her a good morning and then go over and sit down. Before I begin, is there anything you'd like me to, is there any particular way you'd like me to refer to you over the course of this interview? A sort of name or alias or something to make our conversation more fluid.
You see her mouth move a little bit, and then a defeated sigh.
And then nothing.
Mm.
All right, I will take that as a no. Anyway, my name is Dr. Razan Bosk, and I will be speaking to you today. I suppose you might have some concerns about the other two individuals that we brought you in with. Do you have any such concerns? Or
She
shall I
doesn't
just
say
get to the
anything.
point?
She doesn't say anything, but she looks at you. Make me an insight check. She's
Can
looking
I join
directly
in
at
that?
you. Oh yeah, for sure.
If
We all inside checking.
Gang sight check.
Oh,
very
Very
tired
nice.
today.
18 and 22. She's definitely wanting to know what happened, but maybe not
should
the guy.
Willing to ask. Oh, okay.
to the
The
sister.
she's very keen on wanting to know where the sister is.
And
He was young.
she's saying this with her face, but
Yes,
not
but
with her
she's
words.
her words are not coming out. You saw it. You saw her open her mouth and a sigh come out. That's as much noise as she made so far.
I tilt my head a little bit. Is there something that you're wanting to say but are unable to?
Make a persuasion check. 15. She continues looking at you, and her shoulders sort of tense up a bit. And then she shakes her head.
Okay. All right, just checking. Anyway, I'm sure you must be at least curious about where you are and what's about to happen to you. Are there any questions that I can address before I move on to our questions?
Make me another persuasion check with advantage.
I'm
Mm,
not good at the charisma things.
No.
I'm meant to just be sitting in the lab.
You tried. At least nothing bad happens.
It's okay. Yes, yes.
She
So
she
she just shakes her
remains,
head again.
yeah, she just like it's a very resigned head shake. Like 1,000,001 questions, but trepidation stops it from coming out.
Okay. Well, just so you have a bit of um, background information on what we were doing, we were there a couple of nights ago to apprehend one Sima Sunnybright for a few petty crimes that he's been involved with.
Make me an insight check, everyone.
Oh wait,
Damn.
no disadvantage.
Uh,
Alas.
Yeah, I am tired.
It's enough. It's enough. Gunlog and Morgana, you see a split second of disgust from hearing that name.
Okay. And
I
unfortunately,
kind of look at Busk with like a little bit of like you're getting somewhere kind of look in
or
my face.
wait, where are you standing? Because if you're standing behind her, you can't see her face.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're standing
True.
behind me, I can't see your face.
Good point. Never mind.
I'll just continue and then you can fill me in after.
Yeah.
Where was I? Right. Unfortunately, the three of you happened to be guarding him, so we had to take you too. Why were you guarding him?
You asked that question. Is there anything you're trying to do to sort of push this situation?
What do you mean?
Like,
I'm just asking the question. She's welcome to not answer it. I'm just gonna ask
what about people at
some
the
more
back?
questions.
Like, or like the other two people? Are they just like being creepy at the side?
I was kind of standing probably close-ish to Busk with my arms kind of folded.
I'm just.
Uh, I am definitely the one that knocked her the fuck out, so
She recognizes you. Mm.
yeah.
I also see that.
Yeah. So who's sitting? Who's standing?
I'm
Sitting.
Okay.
I don't know if it makes a difference, but Gunlaug is like very obviously exhausted.
There's dark circles under your eyes. Good luck. Can you make me an insight check?
I can. Nope.
11.
Oh, oh,
I mean,
curse you, large number.
damn, it's okay. Every so often you would see this young lady sort of look up at you, but quickly move her eyes away. What you
Okay.
feel is there's certain envy towards your position at the moment, considering both of you are of the same kind.
Okay.
Okay. So
Um,
that's what Gunlog
Strange
gets
Gunlaug,
from
'cause she's
the
used
insight,
to
right?
just
yeah,
she's very used to just everyone or just a myriad of people. She's just a
uh,
little confused by it.
but she doesn't answer your question.
Okay. Well, full disclosure, we're actually after someone quite a bit higher up the food chain. So any information you'd be able to give on them would be very helpful for us. And in exchange, we are willing to negotiate things that can be done for you or yours who might still be outside.
Make me another persuasion check with advantage.
Yay. Okay, that's just a 1 and a 2. That's fine.
I don't have any more inspiration to give.
The
It's
dice say
okay.
no.
Not important. Yeah.
Uh,
Not important. I'm just fishing for reactions here. That's fine.
she does have a reaction. Her reaction was positive. This is based on your previous insight roll. It was positive, and then it was drawn back. Again, there's
Okay.
the trepidation of, can
Does not
we trust you? Or are
Yeah,
you just
I mean,
saying this to get information and then we're dead?
fair enough. Well, she's free to make an insight check against my deception.
Are you deceiving though, or are you
Not
being
really. I'm
honest?
just saying words.
You don't know if
and I
what you're
mean it,
promising
and I
can
and I
be.
kinda like like if it's in my power to tell her anything. I think I did say that. Like she can
Yeah.
ask questions, and if I can answer them, I will answer them. She asks me some random ass questions, I'll be like, I don't actually know that. I'm sorry. If she's
That
like, where are we? I'm like, well, I wish I could tell you, but I don't know. Not not lying. I promise.
she does not respond. Oh no, she does not say anything. But every so often she'll look to the window. But the thing is, you can't see outside.
Mhm.
So you don't know whether she's looking at the window to herself. So it's a mirror.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, I noticed her looking at the
Can I
window
can I
yesterday as
try
well,
to
right?
figure that out? If she's does it seem like she's looking at herself, or is she's trying to look kind of through?
Make
Is that something I can try to
Yeah, because she
gauge?
was looking out the window yesterday as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like she
um
knows. Does she know?
well, she you assume they definitely know that the mirror is two-way.
Yeah.
But she's not looking at the mirror in a way that says she's trying to look through it.
So what is she looking in the mirror as? Or what
Make
sort of
me
way?
this is definitely still an insight check because you're trying to sort of peer into her thoughts.
Discern a specific
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
yeah.
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 Yeah, yeah. Sig it.
Well,
Hey,
well,
16.
16.
That's a number. That's
I'm
a
saying,
number.
damn me for wanting to make sure that I am fair in this
25.
Oh,
game.
25.
25.
Um,
Oh.
anybody above 14 sort of sees her question where another person is because she keeps on looking at her face, realizes she's worried, looks at Gunlaug, and then looks at herself.
Mhm. Right.
Hey, who is Perfect?
Huh?
Her mirror, like
Her
her face in the
face.
mirror.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
she's kind of fixating on the fact that she's a half orc in some way. Is that
Yes.
Yeah.
correct?
Make me an investigation check. Good
Ah,
luck.
yes, finally.
No,
oh,
Spitting my
No, she
numbers
said
in. Oh,
me.
not you. Okay, never
This
mind.
is my worst thing, and
Take
I'm
that
not.
back.
shit. Oh
5.
My bad.
no! Oh, she got minus
Okay,
2 some more.
that's fine. I'm just gonna
That's
continue
funny.
talking to her
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
information for
she
good luck.
totally has some kind of fixation with her half orcness, which is why she keeps looking at
Yes.
you. Maybe
It's like I
part
am
of
half
her
orc. You are
is
half orc too. Why are you the jailer?
why you
No, but
betray?
that's something else. That's not what I think.
Why you betray?
Maybe but do you look like the girl? Can we
No.
see? Can we tell if they look like even like remotely similar?
Wendigo knows this, but they do look somewhat
No,
similar.
no, no. Gunlaug does not look like her sister, right?
Oh, Gunlock doesn't look like her sister at all.
No, but the two half orcs that we brought in do look like each other somewhat.
Yeah, you can recognize the general resemblance. Like, oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Your attention seems somewhere outside of this room. Is there anything you would like to know?
There's a sharp intake of breath when she realizes that you're watching her do this. And then she breathes out and sort of looks at you really quickly and then betrays herself by immediately looking at the table. And then she goes, "Where's my sister?"
Ah, unfortunately, I haven't been able to see her yet today. I've been told that she's had to be taken to psychiatric following some trauma over yesterday's events.
You see her eyebrows furrow. They said they took her to rest, but I haven't seen her.
Yes. No.
Can
Would
I
you like to?
step in? If that's if like I'll look at Busk to see if she's can if she's okay if I try to talk.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
This is kind of Busk's room at the moment.
Yes. Can can say things if you want to
Yeah.
say things.
I interrogated your sister yesterday and threatened her and scared her, and I think she was very worried about you, but also very worried about saying things, and it was a little much for her. And I apologize for that. It makes me feel rotten, but we are also trying to find things out, and well, I don't think threats will work, so I guess I'm trying to level with you.
Make me a persuasion check.
Ooh. Well, I'm good at those, but I'm not good today.
Faith. Oh, 15 is good. It's
Oh,
better.
that's something.
It's
That's a
good. It's
number.
good.
Okay.
It's higher than any freaking persuasion I've rolled thus
You
far.
you see her body language say she's taken aback by this sudden candid approach considering you took her the fuck out. But she's still very conscious.
I guess we can try to see if you can see her. That might help her as well. She does. I probably shouldn't be there.
She looks at you and she's like, it was supposed to be an easy job. We're new. So please spare us. Whatever you're doing.
Oh, don't worry about that. I don't think there will be any harm coming to you anytime soon. I look over to the window and I look back.
You see the reflection of yourself giving a very reassuring face.
The other guy who was with you, however, there were certain things that have been done that can't be undone.
I don't care about him. I just need to know my sister is okay. You don't understand. Do you know how hard it is to be sold into slavery and run away and then find yourself in the only place where you chose? And even that wasn't safe. And now we're here. And you broke my sister. You knocked me out. Sure. It was a job. And then as soon as she says that, she sort of reins herself in again.
I will turn to the others, and then I will turn back to her.
I'll go see if we can let her see your sister. And I'll leave the room.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that. But okay, you can go do that.
Okay, make a perception
Well,
make another persuasion check, but with advantage.
Who, me?
Go. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you roll normally.
Normal.
Normal style rolling.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yay!
Good job. You don't see her face when she leaves, but Morgana and Dr. Boss does see her give a very long sigh of relief. And she seems a little bit more relaxed and open.
Okay. In the meantime, while we're waiting, is there something that we could get you? Particular drink or a snack, perhaps. I know the food that they give you guys isn't exactly the tastiest.
She shakes her head.
All right, I will order something myself. I will get up and ask Morgana if there's anything that she wants. I'm going to get a tea with some biscuits, the extra cup in case she changes her mind.
I think that means I have to stay in the room, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll have a cup of. I don't want
Same
tea though. Huh?
Okay.
I don't want tea. Orange juice.
11
You
o'clock
can get an
alcohol, let's
orange
go!
juice.
Orange juice, and then
Get
chuckles
a
to herself.
mimosa.
Yes, yes. Orange juice without the gin. Very good. All right, I'll just be a moment. The two of you can get acquainted, I suppose.
Morgana, you're now sitting in front of a girl. You still don't know her name.
Okay.
Yes, you can ask
Morgana
her.
smiles. Um, so I don't think we've met. My name's Morgana.
She's
Maybe I
looking
can
at
have your
you.
name this time?
She looks at you, and it takes a while for her to reply as you see her sort of debate on whether it's a good idea. And then she takes a deep breath and she goes, "You can call me Rima."
How do you spell Rima?
Rema.
Oh, Rima. Oh, oh, Rima. That's a nice name. So, I heard that you mentioned that you were sold into slavery.
She nods, but it's a very sort of awkward nod of you know when people want to nod but they also don't want to. It's like it's nudge. You know, it's an affirmation.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So, did you and your sister were you how did you get sold? Like who's can I ask about how they got sold? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
like how did this happen to you? What happened?
Yeah.
Were you
I
kidnapped or
would say this is a Morgana special interest and
as children?
knowledge from her orphanage. You know
Yeah.
that there are people who
Yeah.
sell their children
Yeah.
because they are too
Yeah.
poor.
That's so sad. Oh.
But there are also people who sell their children because they're just assholes.
Oh, okay. So okay. So then she nods, right? So we're going okay. Um, so do you mind telling me who sold you?
Make me an insight check.
Oh,
She rolled worse than
So
you
good.
did.
yeah.
Uh, but natural one is still a
No, no, no. For
no.
skill
It's
checks,
not.
natural
No, a
one is not an
skill.
auto fail.
Exactly. That's what I wrote.
A
Ha
A
I forgot about that.
skills.
Skills. Yeah. So what you see from
What
her
skill?
is like a very pained expression, but she does not look like she wants to talk about it.
Uh, okay, if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. It's just that I've had experience with some of my kids. Yeah, I run an orphanage, so I've had to save some of them who were sold by even close family members, or worse, kidnapped in the middle of the night. So these things, this pains me to know that somebody I'm sitting right in front of had to go through all that as well. This was it the same time like you and your sister? I asked.
As you say this, you see sort of her eye You know how people try to stop themselves from crying so they look up,
Ah, I know. Look, I do the thing a lot.
but there's a well building.
Get back in there, tear.
It's like she's trying real hard to reabsorb those tears.
It don't work.
And then one rolls down her nose, and then she inhales, and then the water just goes up her nose. That's one way
Is
to
there
get
like
rid
a
of a
box of
tear.
tissues around?
Not that you can
Ew.
see, but you assume if you go outside real quick, you'll find one box in the other room.
Or maybe you have
Do I have
some
my
in your
bag with
handy
me?
dandy bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
have your
I have
bag with you.
bag. I have my bag in me, so I reach around and like dig through my bag. I find like a pack of napkins, and then I just pass the one.
She
I know it's a terrible topic, and I think I just really wish to know your story because maybe something I can do about it. Stop this from happening again because you know how hard it is. So I'm sure you think it'd be a good idea if I stop it from happening again. And then Morgana pauses, see her reaction,
she's she
slides
reaches
the
out
napkin over.
she reaches out to take the tissue from you, but you can see her hand is shaking. And then she very messily just wipes her eyes, scrunches the tissue, and then folds her arms. And then, as if thinking about how to deliver this, but at the same time feeling so ashamed.
And there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's
Make
these things happen. Yeah.
make a persuasion check.
Persuasion? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have high persuasion. Oh.
You can do this.
Persuasi.
19.
Oh!
The
Hey,
dice
did
the
good,
dice
I
have
did good.
said you are true. She's taken aback by what you just said, especially when you said there's no reason to be ashamed. She quickly takes the crumpled up tissue and then rubs her eyes again. And then she goes, do you know how it feels like to be sold by your dad? And I found out that he didn't even love us. He made us to sell. But he's not a problem anymore because he's dead.
Morgana's eyes widens a little bit. And how do you know this?
My sister. He sold me first.
Morgana gasped in shock.
A few years after, another girl with the same eyes starts living with me, with our masters. I don't know where she came from. I'm smart. I like to think so. As we grew up, I started looking for information. Also, I wanted to leave. Slaves don't get the best life. Make me an insight check.
Come on.
Okay, that's okay. There seems to be more that she's not saying.
So, how old were you when you were sold?
Maybe about I was a baby. I think. I don't remember much. But I was reminded of it.
Oh,
Nobody loved me. That I was sold and that I should be thankful. That somebody was willing to take me off the streets. That I had value.
um, and how did you know that the girl that joined after was your sister? What's her name, by the way?
Her name's Leke. I knew.
Leke.
I just knew.
They spelled Leke.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, did she know about you? Or was
She
she
shook
also
her.
sold as a baby?
She shakes her head to the first question, and then she nods to the second question. They brought her into the house as a baby. Who sells babies? It's so unfair.
Yeah, I totally agree. And so how did you get out?
We
Did
ran.
does she knows you're her sister now, right?
Well, we accept that we're siblings. I killed our master one night. I took her hand and we ran. And we found dear old dad. Slowly. And then we killed him. Because people like that don't deserve to live.
Nods slowly. And do you know what happened to your mother? Did you hear about this?
You can see her sort of shake. She's not even hiding her anger at the moment. My mother, like his mother, did you know what he said while the knife was plunged into his stomach? He said he was glad he sold us. He said he was glad that he murdered our mothers.
Oh my god.
Even in death.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Then and how did you get from that to Sima?
Bad decisions. We've murdered a few people. I have. You can't go back into normal society. Did a few jobs. Found our way. Was told that it would be easy. They were lying. And now I'm here. I don't care what you do to me. Like it has nothing to do with that.
So what do you care about?
I care about my sister.
not. She cares a lot about you too. As you can tell from yesterday. Is that why you're both protecting each other? Because it's all you guys have?
I don't know what happened to her. They separated us. If I can just see her.
And did Point Morgana looks up and looks around, like trying to see if Gulag has come back with any news?
Yes, I imagine we can cut to Gunlog first, and then I will come back with the
Okay.
snacks. Then
Good
Gunlog will
luck.
return.
What
Yes.
you doing?
I ask Etienne if it's possible to arrange for Sister A to see Sister B.
He looks at you and he goes, "It's certainly possible, but it's going to take a few days. She's not in the right mind."
She might be if she sees her sister. Might help.
Depends how bad the sister is. It might make things worse for us.
This is more of a safety issue if they indeed are siblings. It's protocol as well. We don't allow inmates to speak to each other in case they can share their plan.
Might buy us some goodwill.
He looks through the window into the room where Morgana is having a good, deep conversation. Seems to be working. I cannot promise you today. Maybe tomorrow. It depends on psychiatric evaluation. Bosk will also be there to speak to her.
Not.
All right. Okay. I'll wait outside until it seems like a good time to go back in, because right now does not seem like a good time. Like they're
They're
having
having a
good
heart to
dealings.
heart.
Yeah.
I would say that by the time there's a lull in the conversation has the she's sort of looking at the table, being real sad, not knowing what to do. Boss comes back with a tray of snacks. I say less a tray, more a basket. It looks like a picnic basket. Seems wholly
Wow.
inappropriate. Wholly inappropriate.
I come back and I guess Gunlog's waiting outside.
Hmm.
Good luck. You see her carrying a basket. Like,
That seems a little much, doesn't it?
It's what they had. Shrug.
All right. I guess.
Is
Alright.
now a good time?
Good a time as any, I think.
Knock, 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 knock.
Come in.
door
Enters.
opens. What greets you is Morgana. Morgana's very soft face, and the girl. Hang on, what's her name? It's not Licky. Rima's face sort of moist, and her eyes are red. Her nose has like snot patches that she's wiping away every so often. And as soon as both of you come in, she does the inhale. Let's get rid of all the ugly cry face and pretend nothing happens.
Okay. Well, we see this, and I'm just like, oh no. Morgana didn't make you cry, did she? Walks up with the picnic basket. I brought a little extra in case you changed your mind.
Been
Um,
informed that
mhm.
probably tomorrow or the day after you can see your sister. We'll try to arrange it. It's not common practice to let prisoners see each other, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Her eyebrows furrow a bit as she takes in that information. She reaches her arm out to the basket and grabs hold of one of the cloth serviettes and uses it to wipe her face.
Okay. I will probably get to see her later today, and I'll update her on her situation. If you're a family, you should know.
She nods. As long as she's fine. I just need to see her.
Of course. And if you don't mind us continuing, do you happen to have any other siblings that are currently with the mercenary group?
She shakes her head. Like I said, we're new. This was supposed to be some kind of easy job.
I
Something
see.
that they can keep an eye on. Sim is a fucking idiot. But he's useful,
Not.
apparently. I bet he weaseled himself out of this, didn't he?
He got himself a nice little plea deal.
You see her face of disgust pop up again.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Fucking politicians.
Yes.
Can I ask how long you've been with Versa Corpus?
Less than a month.
Fuck.
We only
Why
have
them?
ourselves. They're the only ones willing to take us. We're new. We have nothing. Maybe a few odd jobs here and there. Recognizable faces. Put us in a mask, we're just one out of many.
Because look, I'm sorry it's come to this. I'm sorry you got mixed into all of this. But any information you can give us is going to be helpful, and I'll do my very best to help you and your sister. And I'll make sure the other people here do that as well.
How?
Honestly, we kind of knew ourselves, so still finding my ropes, but back in the real world, I might actually be able to help, but I don't know if you want my help.
I don't know what that means.
Means I have a nice place with nice people that functions and where you could probably live, get regular work.
They'll find us.
That's something that you're very concerned about.
Look, I only have my sister. If we go wherever you decide we're gonna go, don't you think you're putting them in danger?
I don't know. Are they likely to go after you? That's what we're trying to find out here. We're trying to find out who they are.
You see her sort of snort.
Would that put my people in danger? Tell me.
I don't know much about these people, but they're dangerous. You said that you knew Mr. Kell? He's the worst. Never seen somebody enjoy themselves so much in the suffering of others. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't enjoy ripping the heart out of the man that created me. But Mr. Kell, if I had a choice, I would never have done this. I would have stayed a slave.
Fucked up. What is his deal? How did you guys end up with them? How does he recruit? How does he train you? Once you were there, could you not get out again? Did you want to get out?
Somebody found us wandering around after a job. Said they had an opening in a club. Mercenary group. I didn't know anything. Ursa Corpus. Sounds cool. What's the worst that could happen? She stays silent as she slowly taps the table. Make me an insight check. Everybody there.
Where is my roll 20? Why isn't it rolling?
2, 3.
Ah, it came out.
Everybody doing good. Sort of half hiding how she feels. She isn't sure how to get out of her current predicament. But you can also see that she's very unwilling to put anybody else in harm's way.
So, Bosk will be chewing on like a cupcake. Well, honestly, things could have gone worse. From what we know about the Ursa Corpus and Mr. Kell, the further up you go, the stricter things got. The other day, they were doing some raid on a brothel, and some guy messed up on accident. Kell just shot him, like in the head.
There's sort of like an eyebrow raise.
And, well, swallows cupcake. We happened to get your group, the three of you, in a situation where it was feasible for us to simply knock you out. If we end up facing off against Ursa Corpus again, there's no guarantee we'll be able to use such kind methods. If I were you, I'd think of this as an opportunity to start fresh.
She nods very slowly. I've never met the people who work directly under Kel. Apparently, he has very strict rules
It was
on
kind of
who
creepy. They
joins.
all had to look the same.
She nods. That's what I heard.
You know why that is?
She shakes her head. He's a
The other
fucked
guy
up
that
guy.
came in with you, do you know anything about him? Does he have anyone?
She shakes her head. Tends to keep to himself.
Is he also new, or is he more experienced in the gestures organization? I mean,
From speaking to the others, he's been here a while, but keeps to himself. Doesn't talk much.
Is there no one he's close to?
She shrugs. It's a big shrug.
Do you know his name?
Yeah. Everybody calls him Iral.
Billy?
Erol.
Iral.
Oh.
Errol.
Errol Flint. No. I don't know what his deal is, to be honest.
Nod. All right. Well, I don't think we'll take up any more of your time. I'll get back to you with news on your sister. Maybe later today, maybe tomorrow.
Before
If
before we go, where
Uh-huh.
do you guys stay when you were in Ethel Minor?
they moved us around, but
Okay.
after our job, they would just send us back to our camp.
Where's your camp?
She shrugs. In the middle of fucking nowhere. There's a lot of snow.
Hmm.
Except snow sounds nice. It's more sleet. Gross. Hey, if that politician guy got out, how what do I do?
I think you're doing what you need to do right now.
What's my guarantee? What's
Don't
my
have
sister's
one.
guarantee?
He didn't have one either. What
Well,
other?
I scratch my head a bit. I can't say for sure because I'm fairly new as well, but my understanding will be that the both of you will be moved to some sort of correctional facility, and then after that you'll be given an opportunity to re-enter society. Probably somewhere where they don't recognize your face or know your history.
Make me a persuasion check.
Hey, I rolled a number!
Yay!
I rolled a number, guys!
She rolled a natural 20.
Oh, you rolled 2 numbers.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, is speaking the truth as far as she
Yeah.
knows, right?
Does she not want to be persuaded? That's fine too. I'm just saying what I think is true.
She rolled skepticism, not 20.
Yes.
It's
To be
that's a
honest,
skill that Gunlogs should have, to be fair.
I don't actually know where we are right now. I look around, but we're definitely not on Eflon. So if it comes to being able to relocate you somewhere where they won't find you, especially since you guys are new, they probably wouldn't bother looking too hard.
She nods. As you leave, she stops you for a moment. Can I just that cupcake looks good.
No, I wouldn't have taken the basket. I'd have just like left it there and hoped that, you know, she could. I'm not gonna
She
take
oh,
all the food. I'll just leave it there, and then maybe she eats it if she wants.
if if you leave the room without the basket, Etienne's gonna ask you to go take it.
Oh, okay.
Can't
I
leave anything there. They can make themselves murder themselves.
fair. Okay. I walk back, and then I'm just like, oh, sorry, it's against regulations. But and then I like take off like the cupcake and like anything else you want from here.
She takes the cupcake and is just thankful for it.
All right. Sit tight. I'll see you later. And then I scuttle off with the basket.
You leave and she looks She takes a long time to sort of decide to eat the cupcake. We're gonna cut to Valerius. Valerius,
What's up?
what are you doing?
Probably in the same or similar workshop, continuing to do what the hell I was set up to do.
Okay,
I am going to try my best to just
Did you get
spend the
the
day
map to lead you to
uninterrupted.
workshop?
Yeah, I did. I got 2 copies. I gave you 1 set.
No, like, did you tell the map to lead you to a like proper workshop?
Oh yeah, I did. That's where I ended
Ah.
up last session, if I remember.
Right.
Actually, before going to the workshop, I'm gonna search the map real quick for one. Hold up a sec. What the hell is his name? For one, Samuel King Philly, the not lost wizard.
unfortunately, it responds with a big old question mark.
Aw, he's not in the base. Okay, that's fine. Well, I guess I'll just get to work then.
Okay, you work for the first 3 hours. Make me a intelligence arcana roll with whatever you need to help you.
Okay. Is this a tool check by
Arcana.
chance?
Yes.
It's a tool check. What kind of tool?
I don't know, you tell me.
Probably jeweler's tools on the basis that I'm working on the gem more than anything.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll intelligence.
With a tool proficiency.
Yes, hang on. Let me just make sure. You double. Oh, yes. It's expertise. Okay. Come on, don't fail me now. Okay, that's a number, but wait. I still have a D4. Do I have anything else besides that? No, I do not. That's sad. Okay. Oh, 17.
You
Oh, saved.
just made it.
Saved.
The D4 saved me.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I was holding my breath. I was like,
Oh.
you better roll on the 4.
Oh, thank God. I was so tempted to use my inspiration.
Okay, so that
Okay.
is 2 out of 9.
Yay.
You sort of skirt around the gem, mostly again trying to avoid destroying the lines which hold the gem against the casing.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, none of it is broken. You find another latch that may assist you in completely dismantling the thing. And that's what you got so
Okay.
far.
It's been 3 hours, right? What time is it right now?
I'm gonna say you woke up pretty early. It's looks like lunch.
Okay, let's take a lunch break, calm myself down from almost destroying this thing.
Like an early
And
brunch.
Yep, brunch. Gonna grab my tablet, go to the cafeteria or canteen, just sit down there and look over the schematics while eating food.
Okay. You take food. What did you sort of pick up?
I'm gonna go for my staple, pancakes.
Pancakes. Okay. You get your pancakes.
Valerius not having proper lunch.
No, he's having pancakes with orange juice because that's his
Brunch?
freaking staple now.
Make me a
There is kind of a child, right?
In the grand scheme of things, he's probably the youngest one here, so yeah.
baby. Make me a perception check just to get acquainted with your surroundings.
Okay. 27.
27. As you slowly devour your pancakes, you will casually once in a while look up from your tablet and your findings to refresh your eyes and your brain from collating all that data. You look around, the tables around you slowly fill up with a haphazard group of people. you thought your team was strange. Then you see another table with a centaur just casually trying to find out whether a bench is more comfortable or a chair is more comfortable. Neither.
I was
Took
about to
her-
You
say,
know what?
does he?
I'ma just stand.
It took her 15 minutes to figure that out. So she's just standing awkwardly, holding her plate.
She's had
Can't-
her whole life to figure this out. How is
can't
she
she just
only figuring it out now?
can't she just like sit down on the ground, and because she's a centaur, she should be high enough so it looks like she's sitting down on something?
You would think, but she looks like she's trying to fit in. Surrounding her it's two small kobolds
What?
in contrasting colors, and they're just joking around, stealing each other's food. Across the room, you hear the laugh, very, very loud laugh of a full orc. And around him is a table full of meats, fruits, vegetables. This is probably the first time you've seen an orc interested in vegetables.
Is it just like a side dish he has, or is his entire plate just like vegetarian?
He has some meats, but he like it's a very balanced diet if you think balance means an equal amount of food on the whole table.
As a man who just relies on energy drinks for food, I don't think that kind of word applies to me. But anyway,
And then you sort of take stock of the situation. It's getting kind of hard to think with the noise that's coming into the area as more and more people start filling.
okay. So if I finish my pancakes, all right, I'm gonna call it. Grab my tablet and grab my stuff, clean everything up, then head back to the workshop.
You leave generally without any comment. Nobody sees you walk out. Nobody's really taking any particular attention to you. And then you go back to the same workshop.
Okay.
All your tools are still there, ready and waiting.
Ow. Okay, back to work.
Okay,
Another DC 17 check.
we'll see.
Okay.
I'm going to turn back to the interrogation room.
Okay.
What are you guys doing? You have
I
left
think
the
we're
room.
just having a chat on how it went. It's like, okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere.
Etienne looks at all of you this time. I think that you're starting to get the hang of this. This time the carrot works. Sometimes it doesn't. Trust me. Sometimes the violence is necessary.
Nod to nod.
And then you sort of see him sort of shake and stand at attention and make like a listening face.
Unfortunately, I don't think the girls have too much information that will be very helpful for us. The
And
man
then
in room 3, though, he probably has a bit more information.
just as you say that, Etienne, you hear Etienne say, "Right, I'll be there soon. I can probably be there in 5 minutes." And then he looks at all of you. I'm afraid I have to leave for a while. I will be back maybe in a few hours.
Right, and for me to see the girl, what do I have to do?
You have permission to enter the psychiatric ward, so he points to the map. Just ask.
Ah, of course. Nod. All right. Good luck with whatever it is that you're being called to.
He nods, and then he leaves. Like a very brisk walk.
I wonder if he's looking after any other teams.
Really got 20 teams out there.
Nod, nod. All right. So, what do the two of you have planned?
Don't know. Liquid lunch, then pass out.
Yes, you look like you could use a good night's rest.
Yeah.
What
Oh, what
about
time is it now?
Anna? It's
Now
morning.
it's about
It's not quite lunchtime yet, I
like
think.
11.
Oh,
Like 11 where you are, not
okay.
11
E-
somewhere else.
okay, I have the money that Valeria's gonna collect from the bank. Is
Mm-hmm.
there somewhere I can go to buy spells?
Valerius would have told you they don't have like a sundries shop. Like
Buy
they don't
spells from the
have
sundry shop?
like they don't have like a shop here.
Ah, is
But
there one
if
nearby?
you want specific spells, you can look for some kind of library maybe. You're sure as Morgana, you're sure something as big as this place, something as affluent as this place would have some kind of library, right?
Yeah, probably. Okay. Um, probably will. Is she hungry? I don't think she's hungry yet. Do we have any plans for the rest of the day? Has that been discussed, or everybody just doing their own thing?
I think Bosk is going to the psych ward.
Okay, and then you're not gonna sleep, right?
Yeah, she's not feeling very good about anything that's happening.
Yeah. Where's Wendigo?
Good question.
Where's Wendy the entire day?
The room.
Also sleeping, ah.
Hiding his shame.
Hmm. Okay, then I guess Morgana will decide to join, look for a library, because that is her. That's like her safe, small safety blanket.
Nice.
If she likes, she can go talk to Wendigo and stuff as well. Like if she feels like that's important.
Feels more like a good luck roll
Huh.
than Morgana. Hmm. Yeah, so go. I have a map of my own, so points at map, things. Big library.
It wayfinds you to the correct location. While this happens, Bosk, are you going for food or are you going straight to the psych?
You go take water.
He go take water. Okay, let's do let's do um let's do library. So it takes a while for you to actually walk around to get to the library. You take your time, I assume, looking at all the weird things, the weird people. When finally you get to a beautiful archway, again with a shimmering spell that seems to block sound from entering and exiting. When you cross over through the archway, you don't hear anything from outside. You hear quiet shuffling of people moving around, books being taken off the shelf, whispers from different people asking, where is this? What is this? Where is that? As you're seemingly in thought, um, a small gnomish person pokes you on the elbow. Excuse
Elbow,
me?
what the hell?
He's short. Excuse me? Can I help you? Do you need any help?
Morgana turns around the poke and looks up before realizing that it's down there. Yeah. I was just looking for a library, so I guess I found it.
You're
Are
very astute.
there any are there any spell books around here?
Are you going to copy it down, or because we have, we definitely have a fee for that. Also, what kind of spells?
I haven't decided. Just browsing.
He nods.
But yeah, just mainly to copy. I'm aware there is a fee here.
All right. Here, and then he takes you to a counter. Why don't you just register yourself here? You can use your trinket, and just sort of use it as like a login kind of thing, and then I'll take you to the spells area.
Okay. Does as told. Then what's
For
up?
the first time, you see how the necklace that you have works, since it's bio tagged to your signature. You put it in a slot, and then you feel like a small surge of static, and suddenly your details are on a piece of paper, as if by magic.
Oh.
It says your name.
Mhm.
There is your face, and it states who your handler is. Etienne. The gnome looks at you. Right? Come on, follow me. And he takes you a few steps away into a sort of a large room. Basically, we have several spells from various wizards throughout the ages. Some of them original, some of them just copies of copies, for safety reasons. But this is the accessible area. If you want to get to the back area, which is all the higher level spells, you're going to have to ask one of us, and then we'll sort of take you through.
Okay. By the way, what's your name?
Oh, I am Master Phil. Not like
FEL.
not like a human PHIL, but FIEL. I know it's a very strange name, but it's my name. It's something that I have.
Okay. Morgana smile. Okay. My name is Morgana.
It's a pleasure to meet you,
Uh,
Morgana.
I'll just browse around. If I need anything, I'll look for you again.
Sure. We also have notepads if you want. A quill of ink, and not the stuff that you would need to sort of copy spells, because we can get that done for you for a fee. With our scribes. I'm just a caretaker of the library, but we actually have like an entire office for scribes. It's a very interesting job, a bit haphazard, to be honest. I'm glad I'm not doing it.
Okay, sure. I'll let you know.
All right. We also have tea and coffee services. It's over there. And then he points you to like a little corner. All that we ask is that you don't really spill it on any of the books. I mean, we have prestidigitation, but going through several pages of that is kind of mind-numbing, if you understand. Anyway, I've got to go. If you need anything, just whisper.
Yeah, sure. Smiles
Then
again.
he
Turns
sort
to
of
books.
slowly shuffles away, casually looking at the other shelves, making sure people aren't shenanigansing.
Shenanigans.
Okay, you have an entire library of spell books of different kinds
Yeah.
in different
Are they
languages.
arranged by level or by?
There are
How they arranged?
general textbooks that you would find in school for level 1s and level 2s, and then level 3 to level 6 usually found in actual tomes, like wizard tomes. Think of them as buku matematik. Like
Buku
like
matematik.
like a university
box.
library. You would go and you would see like theory of relativity, one science book, and then the other one is beginner's quantum mechanics, but everything is magic.
Ooh. Okay.
And then uh-huh.
I'm not sure how they like. So one book is one spell, or
One book can be many spells, or they can be one spell that has been studied in depth, like PhD level. There's one book that you go through the glossary and you realize it's just about prestidigitation, but it's an entire PhD worth.
Ooh.
It's like how you can use prestidigitation in the real world, applications within objects, enchanting presti on objects to be used by the common people. What happens when you overuse prestidigitation, expectations and results, testing, like very, very in-depth shit.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Morgana reads that and then she gets horribly sidetracked just by that one book.
Make me. Okay. I needed to make a roll, a sidetrack roll. Let's see. Let's go with like a straight wisdom check. Because you're so engrossed. Okay, so you don't get too sidetracked, but it does eat away at you for 2 hours. Because you finished one prestidigitation book and then you went to another cantrip. And then you finally find yourself in a Charles Darwin Origin of the Species kind of book, but it's for what's the is it Burning Hands, the cantrip? Produce Flame. You get like a Charles Darwin-esque book about Produce Flame and its efficacy in as an attack thing, using it as light, using it to barbecue food, applications in the real world. You have thought about creating a book like this, but up until now you didn't think somebody had already done it. And you look for the author and the name and publication, and you realize that it was done in a different continent 20 years ago.
Oh damn. Wow. Okay.
And as you step back from that book, you realize how much content there is in this section alone and how it dwarfs your alma mater. The library that you grew up studying in is maybe 1% of the contents of this library.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. What?
Literally, she whispers to herself, "I love this place." Under her breath. Yeah.
As you say that, somebody passes by you and they whisper back, "I know how you feel." And then they just keep walking.
Fun. Okay. Question.
Yes.
Is that something I can just study, or because like how does that work?
Okay. If you want a new spell, you will have to go to Phil and tell him, and then he will arrange a scribe to you, and that scribe will write down what you need and then say, okay, it's going to take this amount of time, come back here in soon. And then you pay the money, and then you have to spend some time and money to scribe the spell into your spell book. I
So
can't
the
remember
two
exactly the
fees.
numbers.
One for him to write, and then one for me to write. How
Yep.
what?
Yep.
Okay. But can I have more? Can I learn? Can I buy a cantrip then?
Oh, you can buy all the cantrips if you want. It's just gonna take a while for them to
Oh,
present
okay.
it to you.
Ah, okay. No, because I want message.
Message is a
I
level 3
particularly
spell.
want. What? According to this message, a cantrip. What?
Oh wait, no, sending is a
Yeah,
level 3 spell.
5e2.
Sorry. Don't you already
Oh.
have
Oh.
message?
No.
No.
No, she took
No.
other cantrips to start.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If you want message, it's
I
easy
did not
enough.
take message. Because I assume that if he could message you can message back, and then
Okay, so
now I
message
know
has
it's
a
not that
range.
way.
Message has a range of 120 feet. So when you message somebody, they can reply to you.
Ah, wait. Sending. What's the difference with
Sending is like anywhere on the same plane. If you want to sending another plane, you have a 5% chance of failing.
Oh, then maybe sending is better. You
It
know
is,
what?
but it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
also
You
a
know what?
spell
Never.
slot rather than
I
a
mean,
cantrip.
it's not like you can't get
Technically,
both.
Yep, pros and cons.
I have a lot of money.
Exactly.
I do have a lot of money. Can I? Okay, can I just see? Wait, why do I need both? In what scenario will I need both?
One is short range, the other one is forever.
And one
Oh, as long
costs
as I'm
spell
playing.
slots.
Okay.
Yeah, one is free, the other one is
Ah,
spell
right.
slot.
Sending cost spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I look for the master field and just inquire of the cost it will take to ascribe the sending and message?
Make me a perception check.
Blah, blah, blah. Perception.
Well, it takes
12.
you an hour to go around to look for him because you keep getting sidetracked by books. When you finally do find him, he is hidden behind a mountain of books, slowly putting them away. And then he sees you and he's like, "Oh, are you finished already?"
Yeah, I to be fair, I did come here knowing pretty much what I kind of want. Then I the many
Brilliant.
many wonderful books here.
I know, it's a treasure trove.
Uh,
So I'm guessing you would like a scribe for me. A scribe. I can send you one.
yeah, I actually want to know what are the costs for like message and sending.
He sort of looks at you and then he pops a squat. Like he is now even smaller than he was. And he thinks. He's like, sorry, I was just thinking, what kind of spells are you looking for? Like what levels?
Oh, message is a cantrip.
There
So
is a cantrip, yes.
what? Yeah, and sending's a level 3.
Oh, easy enough. And he takes a while to think because I'm sorry it's taking me so long. It's usually I don't really get asked the price of it.
Then how do you
Oh.
charge me a fee later?
Oh, that's usually the scribe. But if I remember correctly, He has loading screen face for what seems like 5 minutes. Right, if I remember correctly, and I'm sorry for taking such a long time, a cantrip will cost you about 5 gold pieces, depending. And the level 3, maybe between 250 upwards.
Okay, sure. I would like scribe. Was it a scribe? What
Yes.
is the?
Hang on. Why
Oh.
don't you follow me to the waiting area, and then I'll come back to you with the scribe. And then he
Okay.
takes you
Follow.
to like a sort of a waiting room. Very, very sparse. There's a tree. No, there's a plant. A monstera. You sit down, look around, white spaces, painting. About 10 minutes pass by. And in comes like this guy is buff. Right? Buff, black hair. And then as you keep going upwards, you see horns. Miss, this is Jeremy. He will help you. And then
Does he have
Jeremy, he's a cowman. Him, is it centaur? Is it centaur? No, it's not centaur. Minotaur. Like
Okay.
the shirt is barely holding on. And then he brings up like a tome with sheets that can be torn off. And then he goes, I was told that you wanted a scribe. My name's Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy. My name's Morgana.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Morgana.
You would like? I was looking to scribe message and the others.
Message and sending. He writes that down. Well, message and sending. Message relatively easy. We actually have that in stock. And then he sort of rifles through his bag of holding. It's like it's a bright fuchsia color, and it's so unexpected. And then he pulls out
the bag of holding is bright fuchsia.
Yes.
Oh wow.
It's so fuchsia. He takes out the sending and he's like, this is sending. That's actually gonna cost you about 7 gold pieces. You know, this is member price because you know the ages and everything. You won't find this kind of prices here. I mean, anywhere else. And then he passes it to you. And sending is gonna take a bit of time because we've just sold out. So come back tomorrow. Or actually, I'll just find you tomorrow. Are you going to leave anytime soon?
No, I don't think so.
Cool. I will get to you tomorrow sometime.
Okay. So he has the message.
Yeah, message
one, right?
message is with you already. It's in your hands. That's 7 gold pieces.
So okay, pass him 7 gold pieces.
He
and how much is sending?
Sending is gonna actually cost you. It's one of the more expensive ones because you know it's communications. If you don't mind, it's about 425 gold pieces and 5 silvers.
400. There's no members discount for this? Lucky self.
there is unfortunately the members discount. There's where do you come from exactly?
Pardon?
Which region do you come from?
Region.
Yeah, like
From the world.
yeah. So you would say either Bror or Evlon or instead of
Where's the more atas one?
the more atas one, you can just say Evlon Minor is pretty atas. Bror is the city.
Mm,
You come from Ampang or
I forgot
Genting?
what- where? Me.
You're roboting
I did
again.
not hear anything you just said.
Oh no. Where is the most atas uni? My notes only say that I'm from the
Oh,
most atas
the
uni.
most atas uni is I forgot the name of the place. Help.
Ice Root College of Magic?
Yes, that thing. But that's you know an atas uni.
Okay. Okay. Situated by a cliffside. Locklear.
Locklear.
It is my school though. Yeah, I just tell you where I'm from school. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're telling me I'm from Locklear?
Yeah.
He
Mm-hmm.
was like, right,
Then I
Locklear.
name drop my school.
Oh, he nods and he smiles because you look pretty proud when you name drop your school. And he's like, Locklear. Oh, that's in Crayra. Yeah, so in Crayra, there's this place called Gaspodi's, right? And their prices are way, way more expensive than here comparatively. I'm pretty sure that Gaspodi's sells sending for about 700 gold pieces, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, they could have raised the prices.
Okay. Oh. Wow. Okay. I guess nothing you can do. Okay. Do you want the money first or when
Nah,
you
you
give
can
me the sending tomorrow?
you can pass it to me tomorrow when I give it to you. But the only thing that we don't have is basically we don't really sell parchment and ink and things, so you're gonna have to get that from your local supplier.
Sure.
All
Do
right.
I have that in my bag?
You
Wait,
do
I think
not.
I have that in my bag.
Are you sure? Did you buy? I think it costs like a pretty penny. I haven't checked.
I have scholars robes, writing kit one. I have writing kit.
No, you need specialized equipment. I think you was it 100 GP worth? Wizard people, give me details.
Don't look at me.
Because in my notes is a writing kit, bracket, small pouch with quill, bottle of ink, folded parchment, and small penknife. Close
Yeah,
bracket.
that one is outside
The
of that.
scholar's pack.
Yeah.
It
You-
also has sand.
You need
It's
to
like
look at your
Nice stuff, but it's not wizard specific.
yeah, you need to go through your wizard sheet and it will tell you how to copy spells.
Scribe spells.
Yeah.
Yes. You need to pay for the quote unquote rare inks, and I think it's 100 gold per spell level. Unless it's
Oh.
in your school, in which case I think it's 50 gold per spell level, and sending is an evocation spell. So
Wait,
it
sending
should
is
be
evocation?
faster and cheaper for
It's evocation? What?
No, I don't think
Yes.
that's right.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Wait,
Pretty sure
let
it's
me Google.
divination.
Sending.
Pretty sure
Right,
sending is an evocation.
Sending is evocation.
Yeah.
Evocation.
Yep, it's 3rd level evocation. So that means
What?
it should be
What?
half price for you.
Sending's evocation.
Yeah, it says
That
right
makes
here.
no sense.
It should
Because
It should be what
evocation
for
is
me?
like sending things, like you're blasting things out.
Evocation is like
is
harmful magic
reading.
mostly, right? Like damage output.
It's I think it's output in general.
No.
Well,
Which
any
says
Yeah.
magic is output.
not
Crazy.
really. Divination stuff. It's like input. You're creating
That is
sensors
true. I cannot
Like
see anything in a verb.
things into mind. That's
to
crazy.
absorb. I think cure wounds is also evocation.
Ah.
Okay. The
Not that
note
that
doesn't tell
matters
me
'cause
how
that's
much
not on
it
the wizard
costs,
list.
but it
I
tells for each
I
level the spell process takes 2 hours, cost 50 GP.
Yeah, you can do
Uh,
50G.
the cost represents the material components that you expend,
Yeah.
as well as the fine ink. So 50 GP is the cost of all that,
Yes,
right?
per
Yeah.
slot, right?
Once you have spent this time and money, damn time.
yeah
Okay, 2 hours, 3 levels,
That's
6
fine.
hours.
You can do that as part of your
yeah.
long rest because you're a
You're an elf.
you trance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
50
Okay.
50 GP per level. There we go. That is your
So that's
thing,
100.
because evocation, right? Something like that. Anyway, so it's there. Jeremy looks at you and he's like, "Oh, do you have anything else, Miss?"
No. I think that's what I'm looking for right now.
All right. And he bows and he slowly sort of walks away. Like he has a happy
That's
child sort
classic
of
Jeremy.
behavior. Like he's like doing a head dance while he walks away.
Damn. Just living the life in the library.
Gainful employment.
Okay. Then what is everybody doing now? Because I think I spent about a few hours in the library.
I think
Oh,
you're like
lunchtime.
you completely forgot about lunch. Which reminds me, another 3 hours has passed for Valerius.
Oh boy, oh
I'm,
boy, oh
I'm gonna
boy.
need another roll, my friend.
I'm scared to roll this. Come on, come on.
You should
no,
totally
no.
make
Oh!
this set
Very
to
nice.
practice on, so
Oh,
you don't
okay.
hard.
Oh, damn.
Fuck up.
That is another plus.
Nice. Cool. I am going to start writing down the steps I used to get here so I don't fuck up as badly. I'm gonna record and detail everything like it's an experiment. It's like, okay, first 3 hours in, did this, result this. Second 3 hours in, did this, results this. Blah, 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 blah. If it's possible to record this, I'm going to record.
The third hour passes by, and you amazingly, knowing what you did from the third session, knowing what you do from the first and second session, you follow your previous notes to a T. Another latch presents itself to you, and this one, it was a hidden one. And you're thinking, okay, I could have fucked this up real bad.
Oh no. Okay. I'm afraid. So I got 3 out of 9 down. 6 more to go.
Yep. Would you like to continue?
What time is it? Is it actually lunchtime?
It's about it's past lunch.
Okay,
Maybe about
never mind.
between 2 and 4, you guess.
I picked up a brunch, so I'm gonna lift up my tablet, snap a photo of the internal workings of this thing so far, and pick up my map, library, and try to figure out, whether the Aegis keeps the detailed record or something like this, and see if I can apply it here.
Okay. You make your way to the library. We're gonna cut back to Bosk. What's Bosk doing?
I'm here. I think after lunch, or assuming the interrogations end around lunchtime, grab lunch and then head over the old psychiatric.
You make yourself to the psychiatric
Ask
ward.
to be shown to a certain half orc. Was
Uh,
brought in yesterday.
the person who is at the counter, the nurse, walks you through the registration process again. And the same thing that happened to Morgana happens to you. You see your face pop up, your name, and your handler. And then they take you to the correct room. Outside of the room, you see it's a small-ish window, and you see a girl restrained on her bed.
Is she
And the
asleep?
nurse, she's asleep now, and the nurse goes, she tried to stab herself, so we're trying not to give her any tools at all.
Understood. How long ago was that?
She thinks to herself, that was yesterday when she first came in.
Right.
She seemed to have calmed down now, but we're not sure if we want to remove her restraints. At
Not
least she's eating.
okay. That's good news. She's currently asleep, is she?
Yeah, she's currently asleep. The nurse
How long has
opens the
she been
door.
asleep for?
I honestly have not checked from lunch. She dozes in and out.
Right. All right. I should be able to.
The door is not locked.
Of course,
And
'cause why
it,
would you to lock the door? She's tied to the bed.
you never know. Some people are
Unless, yes,
danger.
yes.
The door does not creak at all. It silently opens up, and you are now in the room. There are no chairs aside from the bed that she is tied to. Nothing else around the room that can be used to commit harm on her.
Okay. What other question was I could ask? How was she before? Like, was she in an unstable state before sleeping, or was she fairly relaxed and okay?
Funny thing, when she was brought in, she was actually muttering words.
Right.
I think she was saying, I don't have to tell you anything.
hmm
What did you guys do?
Um, Unfortunately, my colleagues went a bit overboard in questioning.
That happens. Not the first time.
Yes. I'm not sure what exactly they said, but I
This
think
this
they may have threatened her family.
she she nods like, I know interrogations are tough, but I feel bad for these people. I mean, they're probably heinous people, but you know, we can make them better, I think. She looks, well, I'm sure she's tired. At least she's not
Yes.
fighting anymore.
Well, I was only mainly here to check on her condition.
Do you want me to call you if she wakes up?
Yes, that would be great, actually.
Right. Since you're logged into the system, I can just find you when she does.
Not
Honestly, it could be any
perfect.
time. Are you gonna be here for long?
I should be here. We
You know,
don't
it's
actually have plans on leaving yet. Um, if you don't get back to me by tonight, I'll come by.
yes. Although I would be not on tonight. It will be one of the other nurses, which is fine. I'll just
Of
let them know.
course. Yeah, just leave them in or something.
She nods. Do you need anything else? Are you new? Are you one of the new medical staff?
Oh, no, I'm actually one of Etienne's new um,
She
recruits.
she smiles, and then she sort of takes your hand and she goes, "He's crazy, but he means well.
Yes, I get that a lot.
I wish you luck."
I smile and nod. I get that a lot too. Oh, we've been getting that.
She nods. She pulls out a piece of candy out of her pocket. She's like,
Oh, I
"Welcome to
accept
the
a certain
party."
piece of. Thank you. Look at Candy, then give her a nod, head off. Await the summons. I don't know how they'll. Before I leave, I'm like, so how do you, how will you be contacting me?
If you're near, we'll personally come get you. If you're far, we'll probably give you a sending or a message.
Nod, nod.
Or
Okay, understood.
if you're in range, your necklace there will start buzzing.
Ah, yes.
We're
Looks at the
it's kind of a
necklace
new technology.
like a pager.
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Yes, yes.
And then she goes back behind the counter and starts filling forms.
Okay, I look into the window one more time.
She
Bounce.
looks so innocent, so at peace while she's asleep. And it's so different from what you saw yesterday.
Yes, peace is good. Peace is good. This is a welcome sign that she's sleeping.
Okay. You have the entire place to explore should you choose to do so.
Oh. Hmm. I think what I would do is I'd go monitor Mr. 3, assuming that that's possible.
Oh, it's very possible. You can definitely just camp in front of the mirror.
Yeah. Well, oh, I thought he'd be moved to like not the interrogation. Okay.
Oh,
It
for the
works.
time where it's considered interrogation, they will still be there up until the evening when it's time to go to sleep.
Ah, okay. Right. Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you do that.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I shall just do that to monitor his mental state, I suppose.
While this happens, Valerius, you find yourself at the library.
Hmm.
You see a tiny gnome sort of tap you. Do you need any help?
Again, like Morgana, I'll spin around and look straight forward, expecting the person to be my height, and then look down. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. I was wondering if you have any journals on magical devices of the sort. I was hopefully looking for something that has maybe an image or description or something like this. And Valerius will pull out his tablet and flip to the most recent photo.
Uh, the guy looks at the tablet and sort of scrunches his face in concentration. I don't really know, but I can point you to where the magical mechanical objects portion of the library
If
is.
if this helps, this is a anti-magical field creator.
You see his face sort of like, I really wish I could help you, but I'm just a librarian. I mean, if you want to know more about language and poetry, I can definitely help you there, but mechanics is unfortunately not my forte.
I'll give him a nod. All right then. Well, I suppose you can just point me towards the section. I'll do my own research.
Sure. Just before you do anything, can you just register yourself here? And then he walks
Sure.
you through all this stuff again.
Valerius pulls out his library card, the one from Broar.
There is
Expecting it. Go
all
on.
well and good
Nice.
and all, but I was more thinking the trinket that you have, you know,
Right.
yes, all you
Takes
have
off
to do
trinket.
is put it in here and it will scan your details.
What magic is this? This is fascinating. And I'll
You
just
see
place it
big
in.
shrug.
Big
Okay.
shrug. Okay.
Again, I wish I could help you with all these things, but all this technology, I like using it, but I don't really understand how it works.
Valerius has taken note in his mind that there is a vast world of magical technologies outside of Rikers that he has barely scraped the surface of. Okay,
Guy
go ahead.
helps you through. You see the usual, your face pops up, your name, and then handler at the end.
Okay.
He takes you to the opposite corner from where Morgana was. It's a entire room full of shelves upon shelves of mechanical magical wonders.
I'm gonna be here for a while.
I don't really frequent this area as much, considering it's not really. To be honest, I don't understand anything.
That's okay. I don't suppose you happen to have a map for the library like the ages have for the base where you can point me to certain books, no?
Oh, I know where the books are. But not
No,
specifically that one.
I was more hoping of a map of sorts where I can just say abstract phrases and it'll point me to a certain book that I could peruse.
You see on his face the most apologetic look. Unfortunately, we haven't upgraded that far yet. Also, books come in and out all the time, so there
Aw.
was something that they tried to implement a few years ago, but it kept on pinging outside the library.
Oh, what was that project, if you don't mind me asking?
What's the project? The map thing.
Yeah. Like, what I mean is, like, why did you happen to know why it kept pinging outside the library?
Another giant shrug. Like, you think that shrug would have put 2 inches on this gnome.
He can probably stretch his bones by shrugging, so he seems taller. But anyway, all right. And Valerius gives a defeated sigh and starts like, "Okay, well, thank you for your help, Mister
Feel?
Phil. I'm Valerius Riker. Pleased to meet your acquaintance, and I'll stick my hand out.
He shakes your hand. How aggressively do you shake this man's hand?
More like a sophisticated businessman shake.
What you get is a very dainty sort of palm resting on your hand, and the businessman shake takes him sort of like, a business shake. Yes, okay. This is the
I
business shake. And he
I
goes,
will.
if you need any help, I actually will try to do my best, but
It's okay. Are you the only librarian here? And Valerius looks at the scores of shelves.
well, it's me for the front, and then there's more stuff coming in shifts throughout the day. This just happens to be the quietest time. For some reason, people like to come in and read in the middle of the night. So there's probably about 4 or 5 of us at any one time.
Valerius has a loading screen face for a moment before he says, it's okay. I'm honestly, to be certain, I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be looking for anyway, so I might be here for a while."
He, because you asked if he was the only one, he took it the wrong way. So you can see a sort of like, am I not good enough? Kind of face.
It's like, no. It's
And then
not a matter of if you're worthy to be my helper. That sounded wrong. Valerius
no,
stutters for a moment.
it's all right. It's all right. I'm sorry. I made like a display. It wasn't my intention. I'll be here. If you decide you need help, and I will try my best.
Yes, okay. Thank you. I'm sorry for making you feel that way. Anyway,
Awkward,
books.
awkward back. It's all right. It's all right.
Valeria just starts perusing the books and starts like just randomly picks up any random book and just starts fake reading, waiting for this guy to go away.
Awkward. Make me, because this is funny. Make me a performance check.
This is gonna be horrible. I knew
5. He's like he's watching you pretend read, but the book is upside down.
it.
And he's like, okay, I got it. I understand. I'm running away now. Okay.
As soon as he crosses the corner and I don't have him in eyesight, I'm gonna put the book back correctly and start looking for the book I'm looking for.
Okay. What are you looking for exactly?
Anything pertaining to anti-magic, or perhaps the system to hold a gem in such a way that's similar to what I have right now.
Okay, this is kind of a high DC.
Yeah.
Make me an investigation check.
All right. Yep. Nope. Not beating it today.
You take 6 hours slowly and methodically going through the shelves. Because at this point, you think anything could help you. You pick up a few books with you along the way. One of it was something that you remember reading in school, but maybe you think you should pick it up again. Simple inscribing of magical spells. You're like, okay. Second book you find, Runes, a Beginner's Guide to Runes. You're like, okay, I probably should get that. And then as you go by, you're like, Mechanical Apparatuses Powered by Magic, a book by E.B. Spelling. You're like, okay, I should probably take that as well. By the time you're done, after 6 hours, you have maybe a stack of 30 books. You have given up carrying them and now are dragging one of the library trolleys. And you haven't
not
yet
gonna
given up, per se.
I'm not gonna bother with borrowing a trolley. Valeria's just gonna like pull out one of the tiny discs on and just put it on the ground. What is this spell called again? Hang on 1 second.
Tensor's
I have
floating
it
disc.
prepared. Yes, Tensor's floating disc.
Okay. You
Just use that instead.
make me a stealth check to cast this quietly. Wait, Tensors, does it have a verbal?
Let me double check before I say anything. Tensus is a level 1 spell, right?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, then it's fine. No, it
never
does
mind.
have
I
verbal.
misspoke.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just okay.
Okay.
Stealth check.
It's not a very high DC, but make me a stealth check to
It's a plus 10. Don't fail me now. 15.
15. It's fine. You
Oh.
you sort of quietly looking around to make sure nobody's there. Because you remember, libraries are supposed to be quiet. Cast the spell. It appears shimmering on the ground 5 feet above a disc.
Okay, cool. Start putting my books on there.
The disc follows you. Do you want to continue searching?
So out of the 6 hours, I've got
30
3
books.
books.
30. 30 of different thicknesses.
Oh boy, Valeria's gonna do so much reading, but okay.
Some of them are thin, it's fine. Some of them you remember from school, so it's just you brushing up on the pages. See if you
Okay.
missed out on anything.
What time is it?
Good question.
Is there a clock
I would
somewhere?
say it is maybe
I got here around lunch and it's been 6 hours, so presumably somewhere after 4?
you got there after lunch between 2 and 4.
Okay. Oh boy, it's nighttime.
It's nighttime here.
Oh no. Do I want to risk the exhaustion point or do I come back tomorrow? I'll come back tomorrow. I'll call it here.
Okay. You check out the books. Mr. Field checks you out with all the books. Is very interested in all these things because he has no idea. Or rather, he
He's-
has very little idea. He has the 10% of the iceberg information about mechanical things.
Oh, okay.
If
This
you
is,
ask, he's the kind of person like, how does this work? He will shrug and say, magic.
Oh god. Okay, sure. I check out the books and during the long rest we'll just read as much as I can before falling asleep.
Okay. It is just because I would like to know how Wendigo is doing in his room.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Wendigo has obtained a little music box somehow and is just spamming this on replay.
Oh yeah. The what's that movie?
Anastasia.
Yeah, that is an awesome movie. Very underrated.
Yep. He's just sitting down playing that over and over to himself and occasionally singing along in a broken fashion.
Why does he have a music box? Like what significance is it to Wendigo, the person?
It is something he did not quite understand, but when the young master had difficulty, it was something that he would take out and do, and Wendigo took that to be some kind of a routine, like not seeing the parents in a while, things not working out, having to go overseas, long periods of absence. The young master was a stoic sort, and this would usually be sort of response. So Wendigo, not quite knowing what the emotion related to this is, will copy it.
Make me I think make me a charisma check with advantage. $14. Has Wendigo ever cried?
No.
You feel listening to the music over and over again and remembering all the young master's habits and remembering your training from the family. You feel a lump in your throat. You don't know what it means. But it's there. It's just sitting there. It's very uncomfortable. You drink water, you drink whatever that you have around you just to get rid of it, but it doesn't go away.
He just does that.
Dead. Did you at any point open the curtains to see outside, or the curtains drawn?
He didn't close the curtains, but he's not really paying attention to them.
The light wanes as he continues to sing off key, slowly committing the song to memory. Is this song the same as the Young Masters, or is this one that you just randomly picked up?
It'll be the same one because he's not a music person, so he does so by copying something that sounds similar. He wouldn't tell.
Okay. This song begins to bury itself in Wendigo's memory. And then you don't realize it, but you continue to hum off key as the night sets in. Then the room is completely dark and your hum is still there. And before you realize it, the music box has stopped playing. You have forgotten to wind it up. And you're just singing from memory. And I think this will be a fantastic place to stop. It is 11:16. We
Yep.
will see all of you next week, because next week is Chinese New Year. Happy Chinese New Year to everybody. Early. Gong hei fat chai. And we'll see what happens in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wahoo!
Okay, I'm
Bye.
gonna go and sleep.